Ashton Kutcher, Demi Moore, and Steve Harvey are preparing to leave the country after being subpoenaed to testify against rapper Jay-Z in his upcoming trial. These celebrities have been accused of participating in Diddy's freak-off parties and engaging in sexual misconduct against minors. Reports detail how Steve Harvey and Ashton Kutcher were caught on camera being involved intimately with minors. And there are even rumors that Steve Harvey's daughter was involved sexually with Diddy when she was 22, and Diddy was 50. Diddy has been blackmailing Steve Harvey for the last 25 years, including dating his daughter and Diddy's son. People have reported that Diddy is using her as an ATM machine, which is disgusting to the core. Diddy and Steve Harvey have been involved since the 90s. And allegedly, Diddy helped grow Steve Harvey's career to where it is today. In exchange for this, Steve Harvey has always been under Diddy's control. Disgusting rumors that Steve Harvey gave Diddy access to his daughter are coming out, but it is important to remember that things like these are common in Hollywood. TMZ Family Therapy presents Diddy Issues, starring Daddy Diddy, Diddy's son, and Daddy Diddy's lady. It is essential to remember that things like this are common in Hollywood, and it is important to remember that Diddy tried to warn people. In conclusion, Ashton Kutcher, Demi Moore, and Steve Harvey are facing exposure due to their involvement in Diddy's scandals. They have been accused of engaging in inappropriate behavior with minors and are now facing criminal charges. Diddy and Lori Harvey are reportedly getting cozy with Steve Harvey's daughter, who Diddy's son, Justin Combs, used to hang out with. The photo shows Diddy and his son being Eskimo brothers, and the number one most interesting thing about this photo is that they were there. Diddy has an unbelievably close relationship with all of his sons, but it is not something that he would do if it was a big deal. Demi Moore's mother used to let men sleep with her as a child in exchange for $500, making the allegation that other celebrities are letting Diddy abuse their child in exchange for a career is believable. Some participants at Diddy's parties have even come forward and said on the record that they witnessed bringing their children to Diddy's freak-off parties and then leaving them alone. As an anxious teen, Demi Moore was taken by her mother to bars so that men would notice them. She wrote that it was rape and a devastating betrayal when an older man with the key was in the apartment with the key. Demi Moore, who was abused as a child herself, finds it unbelievable that she would get involved with people like Diddy and end up abusing minors herself. A resurfaced video from 1982 has recently drawn attention, showing Demi Moore making out with 14-year-old Philip Tanzini while appearing to be drunk back in the early 80s. At the time of the video recording, Demi was married to Freddie Moore. In an interview, Demi discusses her love for her friends and the publicity they bring to her show, Luther. She also shares her role as Luke's new love, Philip, and wishes him a happy birthday. Demi Moore and other celebrities involved with Diddy have been accused of allowing their children to be exploited in exchange for a successful career. This highlights the rampant issue of pedophilia in Hollywood, with almost everyone involved in it. Ashton Kutcher, who is the head of an anti-sex trafficking organization, has also been involved with Diddy, and several videos showing him acting creepily towards children have come out. Ashton Kutcher made it look like he cared about children and wanted to protect them. But all of this was a lie. FBI raids have shown things that no person should ever see, such as a child being raped by an American man in Cambodia. The right to pursue happiness for so many is stripped away, raped, abused, and taken by force, fraud, or coercion. A deeper look at Ashton Kutcher's behavior towards minors reveals a dangerous and horrifying pattern. During his time with Mila Kunis on the 70s show, Ashton Kutcher was best friends with convicted child rapist Danny Masterson, and even had a bet with him that he could make out with 14-year-old Mila Kunis. Fast forward to 2003, during the 2003 MTV Awards, Ashton Kutcher was caught on tape inviting 13-year-old Davy Chase to party with Diddy. In the video, Kutcher admits to having a side bet with Danny about their first kiss, which was not very inside. He claims that he never did it, and that he kept his mouth closed. He also admits to not letting him do the old teeth block, which he claims was not the first kiss. The right to pursue happiness for so many is stripped away, raped, abused, and sold for the momentary happiness of another. This pattern highlights the dangers of allowing pedophilia to continue in Hollywood and the need for greater awareness and action against those who exploit children. Ashton Kutcher, a key witness in the case of Danny Masterson's rape conviction, has been supporting another rapist for 25 years. This is not a coincidence, but rather a deliberate attempt to undermine the testimony of victims and avoid re-traumatizing them. The letters were written to the judge to ensure the legitimacy of the judicial system and the jury's ruling, and were intended to be read without undermining the testimony of the victims. Ashton Kutcher's relationship with rapper Jay-Z began over Punk, and they became fast friends. They used to hang out and watch football together. Ashton has reportedly stayed quiet about Diddy, fearing that Diddy might have him on tape. There are numerous videos showing Ashton at Diddy's annual all-white parties and freak-off sessions, making it impossible for him to not be on the tapes. Gene Deal has confirmed this, stating that Ashton and Diddy were best friends. However, Ashton is now worried about what Diddy could say in case he testifies. He believes that if the federal government wanted someone more than Diddy, they would have given him information about people they would prefer other than him. Ashton Kutcher were close friends, and they met Jay-Z at a Nets game. However, Diddy might lie about allowing other celebrities to be involved in his activities, as he would give them enough information to make him look like the choir boy. The federal government may have set up an atmosphere that Diddy will lie on them, but it is known that Diddy's tape recorders and camera equipment were working, and he was videotaping everything. Demi Moore is one of the A-list celebrities that may be exposed once all the freak-off videos collected from Diddy's mansion get exposed. In conclusion, Ashton Kutcher's support for Danny Masterson and his subsequent support for another rapist raises questions about the legitimacy of the judicial system and the validity of the jury's ruling. The FBI's collection of freak-off videos from Diddy's mansion could expose a significant portion of the A-list celebrities involved in the case. Courtney Burgess, a close friend of Diddy's ex-wife, Kim Porter, has handed over 8 new tapes to the FBI after testifying in front of a grand jury. Burgess provided descriptions of what he saw on the tapes, which include descriptions of what the witness says he saw. He stated that out of the 8 celebrities who were recorded having intimate relations with Sean Combs, all of them appeared to be either inebriated or under the influence of drugs. Freak-off tapes were the only leverage Diddy had, and once these celebrities realized that the tapes were going to be released, they decided to testify and stay out of jail. They were used for blackmail material, bringing in aspiring young artists in the music industry and sponsoring parties sponsored by Motown Records CEO and Universal Records CEO. This led to compromising situations with laced drinks and hot videotapes. The tapes were used to guide careers and could even kill their careers. Not only musicians, but also athletes, celebrities, politicians, and members of the royal family were involved. The former bodyguard told the former bodyguard that Diddy was an FBI informant, meaning he was feeding information to the feds. Little Rod said it could be worse than Jeffrey Epstein, as it could be worse than Jeffrey Epstein. In conclusion, Courtney Burgess's testimony is crucial in understanding the extent of the evidence against Diddy and his associates. It is essential to recognize the potential consequences of such actions and work towards a more just and transparent criminal justice system. The attorney representing the 36 civil cases against Diddy, Tony Busby, has announced that they will be naming everyone involved in abuse. They plan to do due diligence before filing lawsuits, as public filings are in fact public in the United States. Some of the incidents include a minor who was allegedly made a star by Sean Combs, but had to visit him in private about it. Combs allegedly made the victim perform oral sex upon him. Another incident involved a 15-year-old girl who was drugged and taken into a private room where she was raped by Combs and other individuals. Another individual, 26, was picked up by Combs and several others in a black SUV from the airport and woke up the next day with pain and damage to her vagina and anus. The people around Diddy know what is coming for them, and that's why they are quiet at the moment. No one wants to draw unnecessary attention towards themselves in a case that could end their careers. The only way to get these people to talk is to issue subpoenas and threaten legal action. They have been represented by a brand, and they are not going to come out and speak on anything that has anything to do with them. They are praying that they not on the tape doing crazy stuff and being oiled up in the whole 9 yards. When Fed fans say they got you on this tape, they need you to come and testify against Brother Love, P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, Sean Combs. They are not going to talk in his favor. When the feds come to them and show them what they got on tape, they will start talking in his favor. The people in the congregation over there are shaking in their boots because this man didn't let them possibly lead them to damnation. People always put their faith in the pastor instead of putting their faith in God. And what they need to do is understand that he is just a man with a history. It's not looking too good for him. Celebrities are worried that they might be on tape, but they know that they are not speaking up or saying nothing. When they don't know somebody's taping them, when they don't know that someone is videoing them and they have alcohol and drugs in them, they are a little loose. With the freak-off tapes in the hands of the FBI and more witnesses stepping forward, the fallout is bound to shake Hollywood to its core.